back. Here we go again. Day two. I'm gonna start with the same disclaimer as last time. I do not sell anything. I don't want your money. I don't need your money. There's gonna be no links for anything at all that's for sale. No mentorships. No kind of anything where I want anything from you. This is just me trading, showing how I trade, doing technical analysis, some fundamental analysis, and linking my Discord so I can find some other traders to talk to because I don't like the other degenerate gambling environments like the Wall Street bets. Anyways, so starting off, the news cycle is basically the same. I always start off by going on Bloomberg, and I mean it's different now. I mean Iran has struck the U.S. Not much, but it's still the same conflict in the Middle East. Israel, Iran, the U.S. involved. Nothing that really affects the market. These are just headlines, though. I'm going to show something else afterwards. When it comes to the Ukraine conflict, there's really nothing that, by just anything that I can see on the market, Ukraine would have to get nuked. I think probably because everything the whole war is saturated in, so nothing seems to react from it. But moving on from Bloomberg, some more objective, easy data to use that I often use is my FX book, and that's just for economic data, looking at indicators for pairs, and if there are poor indicators for certain pairs, I'll not enter them. Or I mean, if they're good either. Depends. It depends in all honesty. But these high impact indicators, you can adjust them right here if you're on the website. No, not here. Wait, where did I do it? I actually have no idea. I think it's here. Yeah, right here. Long time ago since I did it. Anyways, um, yeah, remove the low and medium impact because it doesn't mean shit, especially on a high time frame. And these numbers could be something important to look at. None of these are really too important. I thought the Powell was going to speak. Oh, there he is. Yeah, Powell's going to speak. That's always something to be wary of. Rate cuts, rate hikes. And where's the quarterly growth projection? It should come around right now. There you go. U.S. quarterly growth rate. That can affect the dollar quite a lot. These other ones, not. It's in 2 days though, so it's fine. Anyways, let's move on to the market. And with that said, I also want to say that when you're back testing a strategy, you can't really adjust it for fundamental analysis, which means that you're doing your back testing, you're logging your trades and all that. Boom, 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 getting all these logged, right? And there's absolutely no way you can counter in for factors like these deviances. Just news. So, I mean, sometimes I trade without any FA at all, just straight TA, and it works fine. And we're going to get into that now. So, yesterday, after market opened, this is one I had marked as a close potential for yesterday. If we go back on lower time frame, we can see that it did a breakthrough through my support area while in an uptrend. So I made a short breakthrough on it that ended up with a 5R. So went up 5% on this trade. It was not, I did not set the R to 5 on entry. This was through extension. I entered like that and I extended it, extended it, extended it, extended it, extended it, and it fucked off around 5%. And while I did that, I also moved my sell loss right into zero and into profit as well. I wasn't willing to give anything away. Didn't hold it too long, so went up 5% on that. Quite, happy, good with that. You can see a reversal coming here too. So I'm gonna keep plunging down. So this goes back down into one of my potentials. 105% there, right here. Another breakthrough for my lines. We're still in the 12 hour. As you can see, this broke through. I didn't extend much on this one. Could have got more, doesn't matter. I entered a 2R. The 2R was right here. I extended it to a 2.5. And as well as the same with the other one, I extended my sell loss into profit with it. Although I have this dynamic SL uh, mover that I have coded in that I can enable and disable. And this no longer looks interesting at all. Like at all. Let me get the symbols. There we go. Anyways, I entered this as well. This went absolutely nowhere. I'm in this trade right now. Again, I do not trade on TradingView. I know you can do that now. I use my own broker, like mentioned earlier. This I expected the same kind of breakthrough, but it hasn't moved much at all. But this is just an open trade. I'll leave for now. Same with this. Look at it. It didn't hit. It did not hit. Yeah, that happens. Not very far. Too close, too close. But don't care. Doesn't matter. Might exit it. Might not. I've already moved my sell loss to zero on this one as well. Might know you when it was higher. So worst case scenario on this one, I make 2%. I make 0%, and best case I make 2%. Regardless, I've got a good rebate, so even if I was to hit 0% all the fucking time, I would still make money. Anyways, here we have a similar scenario um, that looks like it's forming right now. Actually, that's quite interesting. So if it breaks below the low of this candle right here, I might enter one with a short sell loss, nothing above my SR area for a breakthrough trade on the CAD as well. Very interesting. Gonna have to see how that develops. This right here as well has been an interesting one that I've been looking at. It's right at the 200-day moving average. So unsure what's gonna happen with that. I'm just gonna have to see how the candle develops. And another thing, I'm already above 10% for this month, and I stopped trading when I hit 10% because I have no goals of going above 10% a month. There's absolutely no reason to do it. If you're doing 10% a month compounded, that's 200% a year, and that's just way enough. There's no reason to go for more. It's just gambling behavior. Even if you're doing 3.5% a month, you're killing it. You're absolutely murdering it. That would mean you're doing 50% a year. Anyways, this looks like it could be an interesting reversal. Let's see what happens here as well. Same with this. It already actually has a reversal. Um, I'm gonna put in a pending order on this one. If it breaks the low of the reversal candle right here, because that's one of my prerequisites for entry, it has to be below the low of an indecision candle. And I'll put the sell loss above higher highs. These areas right here, and probably this one. And I will try to get a 2R. After I've stopped recording, I'm going to put in an order for this one. Most likely, you can probably give it a little bit more room as well. Like that. Yeah, 0.85, I would be fine with that too. Very, very interesting. Um, this one looks like straight garbage now. I don't like it. It could break through, but it has already hit lows and other things. I don't know what it's doing. I don't really make it. It looks like it might be trending down, but it doesn't fit my criteria. I might make a video on what my criteria for entries are, but it doesn't fit, and I just stick to what I know works. The rest I'm not too concerned about. Anyways, through the rest, this is breaking through. There's a lot of things that are cracking through SR areas. Regardless, these look quite interesting. Quite interesting. This one I might also enter. I'll have to see. Hmm. Hmm. Let's have another look. Uh, I'll keep this one here for now. Here are the further potentials. I don't really see anything here. Nothing I could care about. Um, the CHF, GPY, no, maybe, no. Don't like all-time highs too much, but I mean, also I'd have to rate, no, no, and no, I'm good. So all the far potentials went away. See if there's something else might interest me. Uh, hmm. The Euro USD has a very nice spread as well. Could be looking at a reversal here. That looks interesting. Let me just mark that down and come back to it. Nothing. Nothing. Nah, nothing for now. No. No. Some SR inflation looks like. There we go. Yeah, that might actually be a trade. Might actually. Let me look at that. Nah. Also, if you're newer, one thing I want you to keep in mind is that the ability to walk away from a trade is just as important as the ability to take a trade. I mean, walking away is more important, in my opinion. Because the number one thing you want to watch out for is protecting your own capital. This one I don't even have TM, no I don't. Gold, no. Could swap collect on it, but no. And yeah, shit's down the shitter. That's about it. So my analysis done. Um, that could be an indecision candle forming or a breakthrough. Indecision as well. I haven't entered this. I will after I'm done recording this. Uh, yeah, that's about it. Also, this spot could probably use another SR area. Yeah. Something like that, yeah. Except I don't want it that thick. I don't. I hate when there's straight lines, but I also don't like when they're too obnoxious. Like that. That looks very clean. Like these are very clean charts in general. It's just price action strategy with 200 MA. That's it. There's nothing more to it. Yeah, no, it looks fine. I can work with that. And at the end, I'm gonna look at Spy. Spy looks pretty unaffected by everything, quite surprisingly. Hmm. If Spy dumps, just for general knowledge, be aware that there's gonna be supply for the dollar because Spy is American stocks, so they're sold in the dollar, which means that if Spy dumps, people are going to sell their stocks in dollars, which means the demand for dollars are going to go up. So the dollar index is going to strengthen. And you might be wary of that when it comes to USD trades, such as, and news as well, doing FA, for example, when we're looking at Powell. If there's for example, he's announcing it, let's say hypothetical, he announces a rate decrease, right? SPY is going to react very nicely to that. And that's going to reduce the amount for the dollar because people are buying. There's a lot of panic shock, reactionary type of behavior in the market. That's just the way it is. But yeah, I think I've covered everything now. So I'm already up 7.5% for the month. Like I said, I'll keep making videos until I hit 10 or go to my minimum, which is minus 3%. That's the lowest I'll go, and I'll just quit for that month. And here's a trade too if you wanna join me in on it. This is AUDCHF, and here it is. Copy these numbers in wherever you're doing it. Remember to have a good broker, have a nice rebate in place, and all that. And I'm done. Thank you.